Hi everyone, it's Amy, and I wanted to share some of the projects I made at the convention this past weekend. These I made on Friday, so it was the first day I got there, and this was a Melissa Francis class, and it was called This One's for the Girls. And these are, well, I'll show you the actual cards, but we got a kit that came with these C'est La Vie flashcards, and you'll see what they look like on the actual cards. And I also came with a C'est La Vie sticker sheet, so a lot of them are used. So let me take you through the cards. The first one, if you love Melissa Francis, you're going to love the soft colors she has. I learned how to do a double bow, by the way, which this one isn't, but this is a single bow. This one says, "You're not fully dressed without a smile." And a lot of distressing on there. This one is a double bow. And all the supplies came with the kit. And this one says, "Diva, she craves the bling, and baby, you've got style." And look at these pictures of these women in their bras. So this is the double bow, which was kind of tricky to do, but finally mastered that. The third one is, it says, "Curves Ahead." And this is a single bow. And it says, "Sassy, she knows what she wants and doesn't care what you think." I'll have to think of who to send that to. Let me get this one. This one is a horizontal card, and I love the pom-pom trim on there. It says, "Flirt. Around her, you should watch your man." Very simple. She just glues the buttons on there. I would probably, worry about putting baker's twine in there, but, it was nice and fast. And then the last one, we did 5 cards all together. The last one's a horizontal also, and with the pom-pom trim. And I love this saying. Let me flip the ribbon up here. It says, "Every girl should use what Mother Nature gave her before Father Time takes it away." And that is the truth. So those were the 5 cards from the Melissa Francis class. And I'm going to show you the next project. Be right back. Okay, this next project is from Clear Scraps, and it's an acrylic album. And it is called, here's the paperwork for it, Love Grows, and it's an 8x8 lacy mixable album. So there are some chipboard papers, and this comes with all the directions. But the album looks like this, and the front cover is clear acrylic. And I learned a lot about acrylic. There's extruded acrylic, which can be run through your Big Shot or Vagabond, and you can emboss it. And there's, what's the other kind of acrylic? The other kind of acrylic that holds up better, but you can't put it through any machine. I think this is the second one. But this little acrylic butterfly, and everything is lined with this gold leaf pen. But we took all alcohol ink and dabbed the edges of the acrylic, and then with StazOn we did these little flourishes around the edges. And then this is similar to, these little dots here are similar to liquid pearls. So we embellish that. And there's a little acrylic flourish here in the acrylic butterfly. And the green ribbon trim. And I'll show you that gold leafing pen. Let me switch hands here. Well, it's too far away. I'll show it to you in a minute. Okay, so here's the front cover, and there's the back, and then this page 2 is just a chipboard covered piece, and this is, as you probably know, from the Butterfly Garden collection, which I still is one of my all-time favorite paper lines. And this back is very plain. This is the page 3, which is acrylic, and same techniques done on the edge of this. There's the back side, which I have to fix my ribbons. Those should be tucked behind the photo mats, which I have. Sometimes they don't give you too much time, so we leave some of the details for later to do at home. And a ribbon slide, and some ribbon, and there's a little angel or down there with a flower. And then the back side is a big photo mat, very simple. And then the last page is acrylic, also simple. But I really like the back side of it. And I may glossy accent this butterfly, but this is fussy cut out of the paper line, and then you can see the acrylic flourishes with the. By the way, this is Viva Pearl pen, and I got the ice white because I wanted to do a lot of the shabby chic with this. But this is very similar to liquid pearls, but I think it's a little easier to use, and it's a lot larger of a container. So I got this in the white. The brown was used on the album edges. You can see right here, this was like a chocolate brown. And I also got from Krylon, this is the 18 karat gold leafing pen. They had different types of gold and bronze and silver. So this is a nice size pen also. And the next project is also from Clear Scraps. And this is a Trifold ribbon. And it says, "So blessed to have you in my life." Very simple. We have the Tim Holtz dress form, which we ran through. This is acrylic. We ran it through the Big Shot with the texture fades, and then we alcohol inked that raised surface. She's got a little ribbon trim for her waist, and then a flower. There's a piece of white cardstock behind that, so it really makes that stand out. That acrylic is just a simple photo mat. And then the middle, they're pretty tall. They're about probably 9 inches high, and you can see the same gold leaf. Well, it's pretty much on the. And then the right panel has 2 photo mats. So very simple. I like the way that looks. I like the marbling effect. I'll show you what it looks like. It's very gold. So that's the Trifold picture frame. I really love that shimmer. I hope you can see that. So that was fun to make. I did take a class on organizing. It was just pretty much a lecture. But it was kind of to sell a system. I forget what it's called, something rack. But it's, what I learned from it was really how to organize your embellishments so that you're not grabbing a brad from one drawer and some ribbon from another place. I mean, they're all pretty much coded by color. You can find them easier, and I tell you, I oftentimes miss embellishments on a layout because they're spread all over in a different spot. So I will I'm going to think about that and think of some organizing tips. But the last class that I took was called Cool Closures, and it was, okay, this was from Memory Keepers, and Cool Closures mini album, and you could choose either the blue or the pink, and I chose the blue because the pink was a really bright hot pink, and I'm much prefer the light, soft pinks. So I picked the blue, and you know, I'm always, once in a while, if I make really thick albums, I struggle to think of what kind of closure I'm going to use. But this isn't a thick album. This is different types of closures. So there's an acrylic page here. Let me move back a little bit. And then just plain page. It kind of reminds me of a Smash book pages, but this is one of the closures we did. And it's in the 3-ring binder. Let me lean it back here. This is the simple baker's twine and buttons, and the buttons are raised on pop dots. And I thought this was, you know, you could figure out how to do one of these, but I liked how they actually finished this one off. So that's one closure. And this is pretty big. I would say this is a maybe 6x6 album. So that's one closure. And then I'll turn the page. And we have another acrylic sheet that says Memories. And then this is a cool closure. I don't know if I can do it with one hand, but it's got the Tim Holtz tiny attacher up here. There's elastic behind this. And this is a flap on elastic, which hooks by a little Tim Holtz hanger. And like I said, strip, but there we go. So there, it's unhooked. Now I'll pick this up. And there's a photo flap. A large area there. And then it also has a pocket on the side for a nice big tag. So neat closure ideas. It isn't really my my choice of album design, but I think that the closures could be used. And then the last closure is a magnetic one. And this magnet is right on the back of this flower, and you actually take the flower right off. Where is it? And it's a pretty strong magnet. And then on the back. I think both of them just came off because I didn't have the right kind of glue. And then this little, she called it the middle finger, from all these scallops. It just slides open like that. And it opens like a door. So there's the slot, and there's the little middle finger, and we put it on the slot. And this finger has the magnet on it. I'm not going to do it right now, but you put it through the slot, and then you put your magnet back on it. And here's the tag, and it finishes off with another acetate piece. And what's nice about this little mini album is it comes with a little stand on the back. And it's pretty heavyweight chipboard. There we go. And so you can stand it up. I usually have a tripod, so sorry about that. I feel like I'm all thumbs today. So it stands up like